Hey there, welcome back to Scripps News Live. I'm Veronica Dela Cruz. Amazon Prime Day officially here, giving millions of Prime members access to exclusive deals. Prime Day started in 2015 as a one-day only shopping spree before turning into the multi-day event that it is now. This year's event includes travel discounts for the first time as Amazon looks to tempt shoppers facing high inflation. Last year's Prime Day sales hit nearly $12 billion. That's up more than 8.5% from 2021. Now, as inflation continues to impact everything from food, housing, and energy prices to all kinds of consumer goods, many Americans are waiting for sales like Amazon Prime Day and also Black Friday before they open their wallet. As part of what Katana, an Estonia-based inventory and manufacturing platform, found in a new report. Kristjan Vilosius is the founder and CEO of Katana and joins us now live. Kristjan, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
So, Kristjan, today is Prime Day, and given the U.S. economy, is it fair to say that Americans are tightening their belts and maybe shopping more and more when items have gone on sale? How do you expect this Prime Day will perform?
Absolutely, this is the case. Businesses should expect this kind of a trend to continue. Looking at the report that we put together based on the thousands of manufacturers that we service across North America and Europe, we saw that 44% in sales order volume increase when looking at last year's Black Friday and Cyber Monday period. So it's very likely to expect that discounts are and will continue to be the main driver behind consumer purchasing decisions.
And at the same time, sales have increased. You know, last year, Prime Day sales were up 8.5%. The cost of consumer goods also, though, are increasing dramatically. So, Kristjan, what's behind this? I mean, we see corporate profits right now at a 70-year high. Does this have to do with corporate profit margins widening, or is this simply due to supply chain issues?
It's a great question. I mean, we at Katana, we process about $2 billion of US dollars of sales value annually, and thus we have a data set that can really provide a kind of a comprehensive overview of the state of the industry. And what we see is that the prices of products are going up because the prices of raw materials for manufacture are going up. Astonishingly, more than 60% of raw materials increased in price last year alone. And on top of that, of course, you have the food prices increasing ever since COVID. You have production costs that have gone up significantly. You know, everything from fuel, packaging, materials. So it all stacks up, and this is what the consumers are seeing here.
And to your point, I wanted to go over some of these increases because your report found a staggering 57% increase in material costs in 2022. For example, taking a look at some of them, white sugar is up 26%, whipping cream 28%, Ziploc bags, they've increased 43%, and we've seen an almost 43 or 23% rather increase in the cost of T-shirts. And then when it comes to cars, trucks, even used automobiles, those prices continue to climb as well. So I got to ask you, is this sustainable for the average consumer? I mean, is there any end in sight?
Well, this is hard to say, a really difficult question to answer. What we see, however, that links to your question is that these price increases that companies and businesses are doing and that consumers are facing, these do not necessarily translate into profits for those businesses because discounts are steep, and as a result, in order for businesses to win from these sales periods, they need to streamline their operations. They need to make sure that they avoid stockouts and overstocking. So they really need to digitalize and move from pen and spreadsheets to proper order and inventory management solutions like Katana. And yeah, if they do that, then they will be also benefiting from that sales period. But currently, we don't see that companies are stacking up in profits. It's rather the other way around. Many small and medium-sized businesses are struggling for survival, just like consumers.
Which brings me to this, because we keep hearing predictions that the United States is heading into a recession. And economists have been predicting this for well over a year now. And yet the U.S. labor market, even consumer spending, remains steady. We continue to have these economic prints that are hot, one after another after another. So what do you make of this? Why do we keep hearing experts predict a recession?
Yeah, again, it's kind of, it's contradictory because, we've been living in this environment of central banks printing money for many years, and but indeed, the signals that we see based on our data set also is that the party is over, or it has been over for quite many months. Our manufacturing customers have stopped growing as fast as they used to. So based on that data set, I would suggest that for at least a year, if not for more, we will be looking at a relatively difficult times ahead.
So something that I'm hoping you can explain to our viewers is we have seen inflation come down. It was at 9%. It's dropped more than 50%. It's now at 4%. So with interest rates at their highest levels that we've seen now in decades, what is your thought? It's almost as if there is an intent to drive the economy into a recession in order to fix inflation. Is this accurate?
Yeah, I think it is accurate to say that, but it's a very strange situation, the very interesting times that we live in, because the kind of monetary policy that we're currently seeing from central banks and governments is something that has not really been seen before, and I think very few of us can predict where this will lead to. So we continue monitoring what our small and medium-sized business segment is doing and how they are performing, and it's murky. It's difficult to predict where this will end up.
There is a lot of economic uncertainty out there, that is for sure. Kristjan Vilosius,
a lot of
CEO
volatility.
Yeah, absolutely. Kristjan, thank you so much for joining us today. We do appreciate your time. So